It is January 21st, not 1st, and we are meal prepping today. Kitchen, a little messy, but meal prep. Okay, so if you follow along with me on Instagram, you know that I am doing the 21-day fix eating and exercise plan right now. So this is what my meals look like for the week. For breakfast, we're gonna have 2 scrambled eggs and 4 slices of turkey bacon. For lunch, we're gonna have mixed veggie stir fry with quinoa. For dinner, a veggie burger with sweet potato and broccoli. The burger will be topped with Monterey Jack cheese and mustard. And post-workout smoothie is going to be a chocolate banana peanut butter protein shake, and my snack will be pineapple topped with shredded coconut. And then I've got listed right here how many these come out to for the eating plan for the 21-day fix. Even if you're not doing this plan, this is a great meal plan, just to eat healthy and, eat food that makes you feel good about yourself. I've been doing this will be my 4th week. I haven't weighed myself from this past week, but the first 2 weeks I lost 7 pounds. That is working out 7 days a week and then, eating like this. So stay tuned to see what I cook up. I'm going to show you how to cook what I'm cooking, exactly what I'm putting in it, and how to prep this for the week so that you don't have to stress over it. Okay, I don't know, but Travis might be burning the grill down outside. I'm not sure. Do you see how big that fire is? Oh my God, what is he doing? Yeah, you can. Oh my goodness, that is insane. One of the biggest tips that I have for you is to make sure your fridge is completely empty before you start this. We store our water in the cabinet at room temperature, so if you like cold water and you have a small fridge like we do, then I would suggest buying like a mini cooler just for your water to keep that cold, because your food is going to fill up your entire fridge. And I'm going to show a before and after. This is the before of what our fridge looks like during meal prep and how full it is going to be after we get done. Here is a look at breakfast before it's cooked. We have turkey bacon, low sodium, 40% less sodium than regular turkey bacon. And then I have 4 slices of that. I'm going to show you how I cook that in a few minutes. And then I have 2 different kinds of eggs. They're basically the same thing. One's just the Publix brand and one's the Kroger brand. But this is the Publix brand. It's organic, cage-free, large brown eggs. I only buy organic eggs. And then these are the Kroger brand. Both of these brands last pretty long in the fridge to the sell-by date. Like, these don't expire until sometime in February. So I've got those for a couple weeks. But I will go through these fairly fast because I'm eating 2 eggs a day scrambled. And then for my coffee, because I have to have my coffee fixed, I have Starbucks ground coffee that I just put in my Keurig. And then this is the Vanilla Silk Almond Creamer. I don't usually do creamer, but I did buy it this week just because I don't think it's really going to affect me that much to use a tablespoon, because 1 tablespoon is 20 calories and it's not dairy, so we should be okay with this on the 21-day fix. I will let you know if it makes me feel any different in the mornings or sluggish, but I don't think that it's going to make a huge difference. So I won't be cooking the eggs beforehand. I will cook those fresh each morning, just because leftover scrambled eggs are disgusting. And then the bacon, I'm going to show you how to cook that right now. Again, I'm going to heat the oven up to 400 degrees. And I am just using a regular cookie sheet. I'm going to cover this in aluminum foil, spray it, and then put the bacon on it and bake them. This is what I use to put a light coating of spray on the foil so that the bacon doesn't stick. And the last step for the turkey bacon before you put it in the oven is to sprinkle it with ground black pepper. Something important to do is to spray down your prepping area in between each product that you are putting there, especially with meat and vegetables. You don't want to cross-contaminate anything and get sick. And then we are going to turn the timer on for this bacon to 15 minutes. Something else that you need before you start meal prepping: containers. We spent, and all of these cabinets are filled with meal prep containers. I spent around $60 to $70 before we started doing this on just Tupperware. I like the Rubbermaid. They seal really well. They're easy to clean. They're dishwasher safe, and they don't really like a lot of things when you wash in the dishwasher. They hold water, and it takes forever to get them dry. These are not like that at all. So, yeah. And then these are the little containers that come with a 21-day fix. You actually get 2 of these, and my blue container for my healthy fats is dirty, so I don't have that here. But this is your fruit container. I get 2 of these a day filled with fruit. My veggie container, I get 3 of those a day. Carbs, 2 of those a day. Dressings and seeds, I get 1 of those a day. And then proteins, I get 4 of those a day. The healthy fat container, I get 1 a day. And then you get 2 teaspoons of some different things. I always choose peanut butter to put in my smoothie. And then the second teaspoon I use for olive oil to do my lunch. So the bacon is almost done. That's what we're waiting on, and then I'm going to start lunch. Travis is still grilling. He's working on his chicken, but his burgers are done. He's actually on a different diet plan for me. His is called the Renaissance diet. RP Strength is what it's known by for the most part. So he has to eat a lot of food, way more food than I do. And his stuff is just completely different. So for an idea with cost on this, I would say my groceries cost around $75 to $100 a week. Travis's cost around $100 to $150, just because he eats so much more food, and he has to have a lot of protein. And these are Travis's burgers. They are lean ground beef with a bunch of seasonings in them. What all did you put in this?
I don't know, garlic powder, Worcestershire sauce, stuff like that.
And then he topped it with sharp cheddar cheese, shredded.
2%.
2%. But like I said, he's on the RP Strength diet, so it's completely different from mine, and he eats a lot more than I do, but these look pretty good. So this is what your bacon should look like. Nice and a little bit chewy, but completely done. I put this on the bottom shelf and didn't think about it would take less time to cook, so that's what your bacon should not look like. Now it is time to cook lunch. For lunch, I have a quinoa and veggie stir fry. This is the quinoa that I purchased. Honestly, I can't tell much of a difference in different kinds of quinoa. I'm sure there is, and I'm just completely oblivious, but this kind is a good price, and you get a lot in the box. You can also get this from Thrive Market, and that is a place where you can order like organic, healthy foods to your doorstep. I will put the link for that in the description box for you guys. But the veggie stir fry recipe that I use comes from the 21-Day Fix cookbook. I'm not going to share that just because I don't think I'm allowed to, but I will show you what's going in it, just not the exact amounts or the seasoning. Okay, to make 6 servings of quinoa, I have 3 cups of water and 1.5 cups of quinoa. So we're going to put the burner on medium high, closer to high, because you just want to get the water boiling. going to pour in, there's 2 cups. And then 1 cup. You're going to go ahead and add the quinoa in. There's 1 cup, and then 1.5 cups. And then you are just literally going to let it sit like that. Once it starts boiling, we're going to cover it. Put it on low. For my stove, I have a gas stove, and those things get really hot really easy. So I'm going to put it on low. You're going to let it simmer for 15 minutes or until the quinoa has absorbed all of the water. You're going to fluff it with a fork after that, and then scoop it into your containers. Okay, so I'm going to cut on the asparagus about that much off of the ends to get the white part, like the harder part of the asparagus that you don't want to eat, because it's going to take forever for it to cook, and even when it does finish cooking, it's still really just tough and hard to eat. So I'm going to cut about that much off and then chop this up into tiny bite-sized pieces. And for all of this, you're going to use 1/4 cup per serving that you want to do for all of the vegetables. So I'm doing 6 servings of this. So I need 1/4 cup for each serving of each vegetable. So that's going to be 1/4 cup of asparagus, 1/4 cup of red pepper, 1/4 cup of chopped carrots, and 1/4 cup of onion. And you're going to total that up, however many that is, and I just like to scoop it out into the individual days into the 1/4 cup because I suck at measurements and math. So I've got 6 1/4 cup of asparagus in the bowl. So next we're going to chop up the carrots. Once again, for each serving it's going to be 1/4 cup. These are the Publix organic brand. Not really that much of a price difference from just regular carrots. And then you're just going to chop these up. Of course, chop the ends off, and then chop them up into bite-sized pieces so that they cook fairly fast. Okay, so that is the asparagus and the carrots. And now we are going to chop up the red peppers and do 6 1/4 cup. And this is the asparagus, carrots, and red pepper. Next, we are going to do the white onion. Okay, the last step for this before you throw it in the pan with the olive oil is 1/2 teaspoon of all-purpose seasoning. This is the 21-day fixed recipe, so I can't get that out. But I'm going to do 6 1/2 teaspoons since I'm doing 6 servings. And then you're just going to mix all of this together with the seasoning a couple of times to make sure everything is getting a little coat of that seasoning. Okay, that should be good. And then we're going to put the pan over medium heat and get this heated up. This is extra virgin olive oil. This is just a brand that I purchased because it tastes good. Some olive oil I feel like is a little bit more bitter, but this one is a really good brand. You can also get this off of Thrive Market. So we're going to do 1 teaspoon of this per serving that you are making. So I will have 6 teaspoons. So when you finish cooking your quinoa, this is what it should look like. Nice and fluffy, no water. And then we're going to let that sit and kind of cool with the lid half on before I put it into the containers. Okay, this should be nice and heated up, so we're going to pour the veggies in. Once you get those poured in, we're just going to kind of stir them around to make sure everything's getting coated with the olive oil that you put in the pan first. Then once you get that stirred and everything is kind of mixed together real well, you're going to cover this with a lid and just let it cook until these vegetables are starting to get soft. A good way you can tell is when the onions get translucent. That's how you know that they are good and cooked. Usually takes around 10 to 12 minutes. Okay, for those of you that are watching this for the 21-day fix, you're going to fill your carb container to the top with this. That's going to equal 1 serving. For those of you that are just using this recipe for healthy eating, that is kind of a good serving size suggestion because it's a lot combined with the veggies. Honestly, any more than that, I feel like it's going to be way too much food. And then for the veggie part of the stir fry for 21-day fix, you're going to fill the green veggie container to the top for each serving. Everyone else, honestly, it's vegetables. Eat as much as you want. But for me, I'm going to do 1 container because my dinner, I'm going to have 2 containers of these full of broccoli. So for lunch, we're going to do 1 container. And this is kind of what your containers should look like after your quinoa and your veggie stir fry is in there. And then I usually let this sit and cool off for about 10 minutes before I put the lids on. The turkey bacon, I just store it in 1 container and take out the pieces that I need each morning, day by day. Okay, for dinner, I am going to do these veggie burgers by Amy's. You can find these at Publix, Kroger, pretty much any grocery store. So these I cook on the spot for dinner each night in the microwave. 1 of those, and then I'll top it with 1 blue container for the 21-day fix of the Monterey Jack cheese, and then organic Dijon mustard, because mustard is free on the 21-day fix diet, so you don't have to just eat a certain amount. You can have as much as you want. And then for my side, I'm going to have steamed broccoli. I just have a bag of frozen. This doesn't have any preservatives or anything in it, which is why I purchased this brand. It was like $3 for this huge bag, and I got 2 of them. I don't know if I'll need that many, but I will be having 2 green containers of the broccoli. And then for my carb, I'm going to be doing sweet potato cubes roasted in the oven. First, I'm going to peel these sweet potatoes and chop them up into cubes. Okay, now that they're chopped up, we've heated the oven up to 400 degrees. It's still getting warm. And then we are going to lightly spray these with olive oil. And then I'm going to sprinkle it with Mediterranean sea salt coarse. And then with ground black pepper. And then we're going to bake these for 30 minutes after the oven gets heated up. Okay, now I'm going to cook my broccoli. It is cooked on the stove with 2 1/3 cup of water. That's for half of the bag, so I'm going to measure out and see how much of the bag I actually use. And this is the finished product with the sweet potatoes and broccoli. The sweet potatoes are just seasoned with sea salt and black pepper. The broccoli doesn't have any seasoning on it, but I will probably add black pepper to it whenever I warm it up. And then so this will be eaten with the veggie burger topped with the Monterey Jack cheese and Dijon mustard. This is the outcome of Travis's chicken on the grill. Now he is also making sweet potatoes. His are going to be a little bit more tasty than mine. And then here he's got white rice, getting nice and steamy to go with that. Okay, for my post-workout smoothie, I do 1 scoop of this protein. You can find it on Thrive Market that I've linked in the description box. I use 1 teaspoon of this peanut butter, can find that pretty much anywhere, I believe. And then half of a banana. My bananas I cut in half and freeze to help get my smoothie cold ahead of time. So I've already got those prepped in the freezer for this week. And then you're also going to add a cup of ice and a cup of cold water. And then you'll just blend all that together in the smoothie for about 2 to 3 minutes, depending on the power of your blender. And for the people who are on the 21-day fix, your banana is going to be, your half of a banana is going to be 1 purple container. Your protein is going to be 1 red container. And the peanut butter is going to be 1 teaspoon. And then the ice and the water, you obviously don't have to worry about. Well, I just have dessert left, or snack or whatever. But this guy is still cooking away. Hey, baby.
What?
Say hey.
Hey.
And we cleaned up the kitchen once. The sink's almost full again. But that is part of meal prep. So I'm just warning you, if you're just now starting this, be prepared for all of the dishes. But the good thing is, you really don't have to clean up the rest of the week, except for the containers that you eat out of during the day. And if you get the ones that are dishwasher safe, then it's going to be really easy. Okay, for my dessert slash snack, I'm going to have pineapple topped with shredded coconut. The pineapple, if you're on the 21-day fix, you're going to fill up this purple container 1 time, and then that will be your snack size for this. Okay, so I've got all of my pineapple in the bowls, and then I'm going to top it with the Publix organic coconut unsweetened. And for the 21-day fix people, you're going to fill your orange container with this, and that's a serving. So I will top all of my pineapple with a serving of the coconut. Okay, and that is my dessert. Pineapple topped with unsweetened shredded coconut. It is so, so yummy. You might think that you can't do this without having chocolate every day, but if you drink that chocolate protein smoothie after you work out, that's going to help fight that craving. And this snack is pretty sweet itself, and then you're going to start craving sweet stuff like this, and then chocolate and things like that. If you do cheat and eat it, it's not going to be that good, I promise, because I've done it. Okay, so this is what my shelf looks like. And that's why I said you need to make sure that your fridge is cleaned out before you do this, because you are going to take up a lot of room. If it's just one person, you know, you probably could still keep your bottled water and other things in here. But if you're doing this as a family, so 2 or more people, you're going to want to keep your bottled water either, you know, in a cabinet or buy a mini fridge for that, because you are not going to have room if you have a small refrigerator like we do. And then I always write out exactly what I eat when I eat it, how many containers it's worth, in case I do need to measure it out with the container to eat it. This week I don't have anything that I have to measure besides my protein shake, and really that's just measuring the protein in the water and the ice. Everything else is already done. And the veggie burger, of course I'm going to have to warm that up whenever I warm up the other food. And then I'll have to cook my scrambled eggs fresh in the morning. But everything else is prepped and ready to go. All I have to do is grab it out of the fridge and eat it up. Well, I am officially done cooking my food. It's all in the refrigerator and prepped and ready to go for Monday. Tomorrow is Sunday, which is our cheat day. We don't usually go insane for our cheat days, but we do eat what we want. And then try to keep strict to our diet the rest of the week. But Travis is still cooking his food, so I'm going to show you guys kind of what his diet looks like. This is his dinner, right?
Yeah, a little overkill on the barbecue sauce though. It's alright.
So he's got baked chicken that I showed you earlier, topped with barbecue sauce, and white steamed rice I'm getting ready to add the broccoli to this for him in a few minutes. Well, maybe not, because the diet that he is on, he has to measure everything out in grams, correct? Is it grams?
Only carbs.
Oh.
I only do that for carbs.
Okay, so scratch that. I'm clueless about this stuff. But this is his little cheat thing for the week. But it's kind of included in what his plan is, but it's a little bit over.
I'm combining 2 meals in one.
He's putting 2 meals into 1 meal. And they are like oatmeal and applesauce for the crust. And then the top, it's like a cheesecake thing. The top is cream cheese, honey, vanilla extract, and banana.
It's called a banana breakfast cheesecake.
Banana breakfast cheesecake. Sounds very interesting, but I think it's going to be really good. I'm kind of jealous, actually. But I'm not allowed to have cream cheese. And then here's his broccoli. That's going to go with his white rice and barbecue chicken. This is more of the cups for his little cheesecakes. We've just got to put the cheesecake stuff in there. But it is a pain in the butt to mix, from what I can tell, from what he's been doing. And then in here, he's already got his burgers. And then with those, he's having lettuce, tomatoes. What else are you having with your burgers?
Sweet potato fries.
Oh yeah, sweet potato fries that he made. So that's what he's having there. And he's got all that room to put the food that he's cooking right now. Well, we are officially done with our meal prep for the week. Yay!
Let's go to bed.
We're really tired. It is, what time is it? It's 10:30 and we're old and we're really sleepy, so we're gonna go to bed. Thanks for watching, and if you want to see more stuff like this, let us know in the comments below, and please subscribe.